last
Well, we started last episode, with Zereth and Castor dealing with a dragon that was summoned from the book. A few people got down. And Jason disappeared, and Martha saw a figure in the distance, so she chased after it, with Callisto somewhat behind her, but when she heard all the ruckus, she came back. Castor got downed, Soot was almost downed, but the dragon left, and everybody was healed up. Some words were exchanged, and then everybody spent the night at the temple. Oh, and Jason did come back. The bear brought him back, but he was sick. And that night, Castor had visions and became an angel, basically, an Azamar. And Finn was in chains in a cart, being basically obnoxious, and got another slaver killed because he wouldn't shut up, where he was rescued by Wesley. And he made it back to the church the very next morning, where everybody got together and talked about what they were planning to do, and learned of the tabaxi that was killed by the slavers was already picked up by the church, where Finn said it was his fault and very emotional about it. And I believe that's pretty much all that's happened so far. Oh, and the journal got repaired.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and do introductions. Let's go ahead and start with Izzeay.
Howdy, I am Izzeay. I play Martha, our resident dwarven cleric.
Jace.
Hey, I'm Jace. I play Soot, the human fighter.
All right. Let's do Rodeo.
Hello, I'm Rodeo, and I play Castor, the Azamar Grave Cleric.
Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I play Callisto, the Tiefling Cleric. Fuck. No, I do not.
The Tiefling Cleric.
Tiefling Cleric. I'm
three
sorry, I
clerics
have
now?
too many tieflings. Hold on.
Understandable. Have a nice day. I almost
Let's
said
try
bard.
that again.
so.
All right.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I play Callisto, the Tiefling Druid.
Dust.
Hello, I am Dust, and I'll be playing the human bard Finn, who is very mad right now.
And last but not least, Z-Man Ultra.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm playing Zer, the human monk, who's learning that it takes more than a handsome face to be a leader.
Catching us up, story-wise. We had that lovely intro. But we should start with you guys returning back to the room. Jason now missing. The book having been taken, returned to Castor, fully intact. Jace is who knows where.
I had a question about that.
Mhm.
The book being returned fully intact, was it fully intact, or was it just the 14 pages that we had left?
Nope, all pages returned.
Okay,
Front
okay.
covers, everything.
That was just what I had been meaning to ask that question, but I didn't last time. Okay, so, but no lock.
No lock.
Okay. Alright, okay. So we're heading back to the main room now?
I'd say you'd be in the room
main,
where
main chapel room.
No. You would be back in the main waiting room where Jace was in bed. It's sort of like it's think like a hotel, like not a hotel room. Think like a room in a hospital for a singular patient. You guys have a bed. You guys have a few medicinal herbs to the side on a countertop. You've got kind of like a rustic wood and horsehair plaster kind of situation going on as far as the walls go. A singular window, kind of paned. But nothing particularly special in the actual frame itself. A basin for water and a door.
Okay, so now I got that in my mind. So in there is everybody except me and Finn, and Jason.
No, you're returning to them.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying. So-
everybody's in that room. Everybody's
Yeah.
in that room except for me and Finn and Jace, because Jason did.
Yeah.
Okay, and did I think I already dropped off the potions, or did she just give me the potions?
She gave you the potions in a crate.
Okay.
And a crate.
Yeah,
She gave you
like a crate to carry
Oh,
them, because there was a few of them.
I gotcha.
So I guess then Castor will lead the way with Finn behind him into the room, open the door. Everyone, I have the potions for our broken bones. Anyone who needs one can come take one.
So we'll step forward and grab one. Is there any ceremony to these, or are we good to just tip them back?
I'm DM. I'm assuming we just kind of chug them down.
I mean, that's your best guess. I don't think she gave you any special.
She didn't give me any special stuff. Can I make a... Hold on. I had to push
just meant,
launch.
Like, are we doing anything special before? Like, do we want to drink these together, or can we just drink?
That's what I was going to ask Corey. Can I make a medicine roll to see if I know what we do with these potions? If I've been around them before? All right, give me a second, because I went to click open, but I was holding my push to talk, which is Alt, so it downloaded the page instead of opening my stuff. Medicine check. Ooh, roll 20 is actually running kind of smooth tonight.
Yeah.
And when I say that, it freezes up. I gave it too much credit.
I will say, as like all this going down, Finn will like to back corner and just sat down, not talking to anybody.
Okay.
Can I go over and put a hand on his shoulder and just sit with him in silence?
You know.
Roll 20, by the way, for the medicine roll.
Okay. So you know these things have a pretty nasty taste. The most you would probably know of people doing is pinching their nose before they take it.
I was going to say that before you even told me that. I was going to say you might want to pinch. So Castor will look to Soot, and I guess it was Soot, Martha, myself, and did Finn have a busted bone?
No, I saved during the whole thing, so
Okay, so it was just the three of us, right?
yes.
All right, so Castor will look to Soot, Martha, and himself, I guess. Hand out the bottles. You might want to hold your nose when you drink it. They have a very nasty taste. And Castor will bottoms up it, holding his nose.
Thank you, and Soot will do the same.
Okay. So I'm going to paint a picture of what this is. Think of hot dog water.
Oh,
Except-
why did you have to say that?
Well, it gets worse. Hot dog water mixed with relish, mixed with sewage, and then sprinkle on top that some Tabasco sauce, just for a little bit of spice. That is what is sliding down your gullet.
I feel like I can handle that.
I feel like...
So-
yeah.
So as you guys take this drink and it goes down your stomach, the first thing we need you to do is a Constitution roll for all three of you to be able to hold this down. That's the first task. It's not going to be a hard thing. Save.
Martha too?
Yes.
Getting all my good rolls out of the way.
That's a 6.
Can't handle it.
Oh my god.
That is 3
I've had-
natural 20s. Wow. Okay. So
I've tasted worse.
probably.
You've been alive for a very long time. I don't doubt it.
Thankfully, there's about 4 of these potions in this case. So Jason, sorry, Soot, you're gonna get another chance at this, but you gotta hold it down.
Okay.
You want me to get you some sugar to help get down, or?
This is the worst part. It's just a second try.
Pinch your nose. Pinch your nose and just.
Yeah, I did. It's an experience. Y'all have had.
You know what I'll do? If somebody holds your mouth closed, I'll give you advantage.
Castor will do it.
So don't allow someone to force them.
Rub his throat, like you do when you give a dog a pill.
Yeah.
That's a 20.
Not a 20, but a 20. A dirty.
That's a dirty 20, yeah. Okay. So now that you guys have all gotten this down, your bodies are accepting it, some better than others. Have you ever had an arm fall asleep with the thousands of pricks of needles in the nervous system when it comes back awake?
Yeah, it's what just happened to my foot.
Yeah, that's going to occur around the breakage area.
Oh, my ribs and my arm.
Yes. Now here's the downside of this. That will last for 24 hours. So it's going to be a tingle all day. Not a bad thing. You're definitely healed. But it's just reminding you, in a way, you're not immortal. Yeah. So that'll kind of, if you've broken a rib, you'll see that kind of rib kind of pop back into place. You'll see that skin kind of no longer have that divot. If you have a broken arm or leg, you'll feel it come back together. If you have a bump or something in the area, it'll go flat again. And, this will take probably about a minute and a half for this to fully finish.
Oh, are you guys doing all right?
I mean, it tasted like shit, but
Yes.
literal shit.
Yes.
It's an unpleasant feeling, but I'll be fine. I hope.
Do we have extras just in case?
No. And
Okay.
Castor then will pull out his water skin, take a sip, take some back to get the taste out of his mouth, and then he'll pass it over to Soot.
Here's the worst
Well, they
part. It only
wouldn't
makes it
like some-
worse. I'm sorry, Izzy.
Would I make some cookies?
Yes. So we'll eat a cookie just whole. Just one bite. Just one.
Don't swallow it. Let soak into your tongue, dear. Gets the taste out.
So are y'all back to fighting shape?
More fighting shape. I think I was in fighting shape before, but I'm in peak condition now.
Been a fighter, but same.
Good. Then we can go and take those slavers out.
I believe we have other business to attend. First, I believe we need to meet with Zereth's mother.
Yes, that is one piece of business, but before that, the book. We need to piece through that and see what we can manage to salvage.
Oh, yes, sorry. Alright, so about the book, Jason took it and then ran off, so that's gonna be on the back burner until he shows up again, as he does.
I gotta do something really quick. Okay. I was gonna see if Castor was feeling guilty about not telling them, but he's keeping a pretty. He's feeling all right.
Personally, I think first priority should be seeing Zereth's mother.
Oh, well, I mean, yes, we can...
Really puts a dent in our plan that we don't have the book anymore. Has anyone seen Jason?
He was
ran
in
off.
bed, then he wasn't, and I don't know.
I mean,
I'm looking at Castor and Finn, who just returned from
It doesn't matter. It's just more time wasted. We need to figure out what we're going to do and do it. We'll find Jason in the book later.
I hate
Did you just
to-
say Jason doesn't matter?
If we could stop arguing about that right now, real quick, Finn. I know you have anger, and you're fully justified in that. But if our plan is the same as it was, and that's to ambush them tonight, then rushing forward will do nothing to help us. We need to make sure everything we have is in order, and then we can complete our plan.
But also, waiting too long will cause them to get away further, and we could miss our chance.
Then remember what we talked about out there. We need to keep our heads about us, and we need to make sure we go about this in a way that doesn't lead to any of us getting hurt any worse.
So tonight we're talking on our run, and we decided something that we agree needs to be implemented unanimously and immediately. We do everything as a guild. We do everything together. That means if there's hope of finding a special someone through an alchemist shop, he looks at Martha, then we do that together. If I'm going to see my mother to see what we can do about her situation, and if there's any reciprocity there, we do that as a guild. Right now, we're missing one of our guild members. We need to find Jason in the book.
You're
Mhm.
right.
That's true. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have any leads if he's turned invisible without a pretty strong divination spell.
That is also true.
So Castor will look around and he'll be like, we're not going to be able to find him. Because I've tried, last time he went invisible, I tried to use my detect magic to follow his invisibility, but I couldn't.
Then we
I
find
just-
someone who can.
Perhaps, though, there's a spell I could use.
What
But-
spell?
It would have to. The only problem is, if we're going to fight tonight, this is one I've never used before, but I know bits and
Get
pieces
that.
about it.
Preserve your energy.
He always wears that hat, right?
Yes, he does.
I know that hat. I could locate that hat. As long as it's within... Gotta be about... Ooh, I'd say 400 yards, maybe less.
I mean, that's
Who knows
the
how
only
far he
lead
could
we've
have
got.
gotten.
But that's
We
that's
need
the-
you to be.
But if I use it and he's not within that far, I've wasted some of my magic that we might need for tonight.
I understand.
I have a thought. It wouldn't use too much of my energy to attempt to track him down in wolf or bear or something else form.
Oh,
But
sniff him out.
He will be invisible.
There's a difference between sight and smell, Castor.
He is very stinky.
She has a point.
Alright, we go back to where we last saw them and pick up the scent.
We
All
last saw
right.
him in his room.
right here.
I just don't understand why he ran off again. Was it something I did? I was just there with him, and then he was gone.
Somehow I get the feeling there's not much explaining that one.
Yeah, I've kind of given up trying to understand it.
He's
But for now, for now, let's try and find him. All right?
At that, Castor, feeling the guilt of everything, we'll pipe up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Don't try to find him.
Why?
Yes, that's a little bit suspicious.
He came to me when I was talking to Marsha. He said there was something that he needed to do. And that I couldn't stop him. I could have, but I didn't want to hurt him or risk his magical sickness that he has. I didn't want to risk putting more into him than he could handle. And I physically, it's a toss-up between me and the lad. He did give me this book, though. It looks like the same one. I don't know if it is. I haven't peeked through it. Doesn't have a lock on it. But he asked specifically to not have us go after him.
Of course he did. God.
Martha's starting to pace. She's pacing in a circle. Oh no.
He promised me he would be back tonight.
Better. He better.
If he's not, then we go after him and we figure it out from there.
Yes, if
All
he's
right.
not, I will find that hat.
Why did that piece of information have a price of guilt on it?
Because he asked me not to tell you.
Understandable. Stubborn boy.
He asked me to let him do his thing and not to have you guys interfere or be concerned with him.
I'm sorry.
So the guilt is in me telling you this when he asked me not to.
He's in danger. I think telling us not fucking... I can't speak language. Hold on.
Yes,
You're
language.
Hold on. Let me put my sentence together.
You're good.
I think a man being in danger outweighs your own guilt, Castor.
I don't think... In this situation, it seemed as if he was on a mission. His eyes were very stalwart on what he needed to do. He knew that he needed to go somewhere and do something. He wouldn't tell me what, but he told me basically it was a matter of life or death.
Oh
Yes,
God.
I
And he
saw
knows
all
he
that
did.
too when he first disappeared.
And he came back,
Why did
didn't
it
he?
take us this long after all this talk of doing everything as a guild and sticking together, doing one thing after another as a whole and not in separate parts? Did you withhold the book? It doesn't matter.
I was going to hand the book to you guys after we were all done talking.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So, can you tell us what's in the book?
If you give me a bit to read, I'm a decently quick reader, but it will take me a while to get through all of this.
We'll read aloud and we'll make a meandering way to the spot that my mother dictated to me.
Maybe don't read it out loud.
Yes, I was
given
about to
the
say, reading
sensitive.
through a lord's journal that I stole. Perhaps I shouldn't read that aloud in public. But
Dear diary, today I was
I
an
imagine
asshole
them-
again.
I imagine them going
I
around
eat puppies.
through the alleys of the city, and like every time a passerby like crosses their path, they like shut up and they're like whistling, and then they pass by the passerby and they.
Also,
I
they
actually
continue
love
reading.
that.
reading and walking does not typically end well. At least for me, I'm somewhat coordinated, but the smallest crack in the pavement, and I'll be on the ground, and I don't
But-
want that.
Y'all didn't hear him. He said it won't take you a while.
I mean, they didn't. I'm just speaking as DM, but we'll see.
Oh, okay.
I figured it
Well,
was
then
like
we'll
that.
do the best we can until we get to the Countess, and then we'll see if she has any guidance of where to look in the book. Maybe she's seen it before. Maybe she knows of it, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're going to go, we should go now.
Mm-hmm.
About
And if
that time.
Jason, go ahead, dear.
Marching order?
I assume it'll be Zereth. It'll take the middle and will actually, despite what they said, will be kind of trying to leaf through the book a little bit before they get to the Lord's house, and then we'll put the book up, entering the Lord's house, and once they're like actually in the meeting, we'll pull it back out.
So,
Well, they're not meeting in the Lord's house. They're meeting at the fountain.
Okay, well in that case, we'll not have to put it up, so we'll just read all the way there.
Ben will be in
Castor
the. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Ben will be in the back, kind of sulking.
Callisto is gonna stick right by Finn.
Okay.
Castor will actually stick by Martha.
Okay.
And on the walk, he's going to look to Martha, look down a little bit, and he's going to put a hand on her shoulder, and he's going to say, Jason seemed like the reason he didn't want to concern or upset you. And
Well,
so,
he certainly has.
I mean, he's
He's
young
just,
and foolhardy.
he's so much like he's. She just sort of shakes her head.
He'll be okay. I have faith in him.
He better.
If I didn't, I would have stopped him.
I'm not mad at you, just disappointed.
Ooh.
If Castor had parents, that would hurt.
Ooh.
Sorry.
So, the day is sunny and bright. It's actually a really nice day today. We'll say temperature is probably around 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Not sure what that would be in Celsius, but it's a pretty decently warm day with all the sun. You guys will reach the fountain. It'll have this lovely glisten from the sun, and as those shines kind of pop off of it, making most of this kind of area pretty pretty. It's got flowers around the basin here, and there is a statue in the center of the fountain towards the founder of Bertosan the King. Nothing special, just a normal golden bust of the kingdom. And I'd say there are about 3 people around the fountain, 2 on each side. One is Zer's mother, and the one on the other side is Robert. And then on one of the corners there is a little goblin, male, kind of tinkering with something. You'll see people kind of passing by to and from, but nobody really stopping.
Countess.
Zereth.
Yes, I wasn't sure of what company we kept, so I chose to keep it formal.
You can call me Mom.
I've brought friends, Mum.
Friends of Zereth's are a friend of mine.
I would hope so. I want to apologize. I don't believe that my introduction to you at the gala was appropriate. I come asking for your help in a different manner, but also hopefully seeing what we might be able to do for you. And then he kind of tilts his head to look at the side of her face, which was bruised the night before.
Well, what can I do for you?
Soot? This is my friend Soot.
So we'll look up from leafing to the book and slightly bow. Lady.
She'll curtsy.
Okay, so am I involved in this? I thought I was reading through and getting information, but I apologize. What am I needed for?
Yes, you have The Count's journal? The Count's journal?
Yeah, that's why I.
You have
haven't-
what?
Don't worry about that. Well, I wanted to wait to reveal any information until I had gotten the information, but I guess it's out there. I have this, and so we'll kind of flash it really quick and put it back down.
So does the journal have any relevance to what we're planning?
Corey, does this journal
Oof.
or have any relevance to what we are planning?
Yeah, we're gonna need to roll here. So, it's a lot easier to read than it was before. The handwriting has been kind of cleaned up a little bit, in a very particular way. Like some of the kind of like smudges and some of the words where like the hand has maybe like rubbed some of it. They're gone. They seem to be more in line with the page. Everything seems to be a little bit cleaner in a way. This book counts ledgers. It's not actually writing. They're sales of people.
Like
A couple of
explicitly?
beggars.
Got the evidence.
Is this... Sorry to interrupt. You're good. Just keep going, and I'll ask when you're done.
You're fine. So they're basically ledgers. First couple were beggars, is where he starts out with 100 gold apiece. Then they start getting into a couple of other things, like a blacksmith was sold at one point. There was a nun. There was a priestess of one of the churches. Then it starts getting into some of the lower lords. Apparently, a lord from the kingdom that's not even in Fortosum was sold here. They were here in visitation, and they were kidnapped and sold for roughly around 3,000 gold. Which, honestly, if this got out, you would know that it could break the treaty.
Okay, so that brings me to this question that I think has been answered. Slavery is not legal, correct?
No,
Okay.
no. It's been outlawed for quite some time. Oh, sorry. It's been outlawed for quite some time. In fact, to the point where if you're caught doing slavery, probably a life sentence at this point.
Good.
Okay. Sorry for the break. Am I any better at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, well, I guess I thought this would be a little bit more than it is, but these are explicit ledgers with definitive proof that the Lord Vagrant has been involved in the slave trade. There is a small concern that I have, that maybe I'm just in my own head about it.
She's going to stop you. I don't know anything what you're talking about. I don't know that book even exists. I don't even want to acknowledge that book exists.
Lady, we're not here to go on. So,
Okay. But we are not implicating you. Unfortunately, you will have to acknowledge its existence, because part of the reason we are... Okay, fair. Part of the reason we are here is to ask for your help in bringing your husband to justice. Is that amenable to you at that point? If you want to turn your...
Mom.
She's going to look torn. She's going to look nervous, and then she's going to kind of like finger the necklace around her throat.
Mom. Let's assume that you don't know anything about the existence of this book.
What book?
That doesn't mean that you don't know your husband well enough to be able to help us look in the right places.
Castor is going to start very subtly and very quietly doing some chants in Azamar, which is going to be a ritual cast of Detect Magic.
Okay.
Also, real quick, Corey, You said that it had been like cleaned up and it was like a lot cleaner now. Is the handwriting still the same?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Just neater lines, less smudges.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure in the like mending, the handwriting wasn't made like typed out or something.
Yeah.
And while he's doing this, he's gonna give a look to Callisto because she's seen him do this before. He's like, it's a look like, buy some time, because it takes a while for a ritual cast to go into effect.
Callisto catches the look. You or me?
Oh, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Callisto catches the look and kind of nods.
I do have a question, my lady. I know that you don't want to acknowledge this, but we may need your help getting an audience with the king and queen to see if they can assist us, if you are unable or unwilling to help us in this.
I don't know what you're talking about. Helping what?
All we need is a meeting. All you have to do is get the door open, and that's it.
I mean, if you wanted a hearing with the king and queen just to talk about their everyday life or any other reason that doesn't pertain to my husband whatsoever, of course, I could get you a meeting.
Perhaps this is a bit too strong of a subject since we, of course, only just met. Shall we go around and introduce ourselves, maybe?
Oh, I suppose that is... Oh wait, I already introduced myself. Or was introduced. I apologize.
I suppose I'll start. My name is Callisto. I'm a local druid from a little bit further north.
Pleasure to meet you. I forgot her name.
And here we have who could be considered my second mother, Martha.
Second mother.
Martha gives them a look like, why the fuck did you say that? That's not what you say. It's a pleasure to meet you, dear. He's a wonderful boy.
Eating his greens, I hope?
Mostly.
He didn't when he was younger either.
I have to sneak in some yogurt with his pancakes.
That's because most of the greens in the desert are brown.
Parsley and soup as well.
How do you survive without any green? I have to ask.
It's a cactus green.
I'm joking. There's lots of vegetation in the desert highlands.
So for 10 minutes. Sorry. Castor, what exactly are you using this detect magic for?
Castor's using this detect magic because her reaction to this seemed real strange, and then she seemed really torn, and then she grabbed the necklace, and Castor, he's seen his share of artifacts.
Sus.
He's a little sussed out. He also wants to look at the book again, see if there's any remaining magic on that, something we might be missing.
Well, looking at the Countess, she doesn't really have anything magic on her per se, but that's not on her person, I should say. There is this kind of like glaze of magic over the necklace that she wears, but it's not her possession of magic. So it's imbued with something, but it's not for her benefit. It's not something she cast herself.
Okay. Castor will note that to himself. What about the book?
Just a little bit of
Leftover, like repairing magic, stuff like that.
yeah, just kind of like a little like layover of just a sheen of just some basic creation magic.
Yes, we do require a hearing with the Queen, and we know the king is indisposed, but it's about their daughter's behavior at the gala, right? Isn't that right, everybody?
That is correct,
Yes.
yes.
That's
By the way,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
we said what Chris asked was we do need a meeting with the queen, and the reason being about the princess's behavior at the gala, and then we all agreed.
Ah, yes. I feel like that was very irresponsible, and your friend there probably shouldn't have ran out with her. Not that I'm to judge. Just a mother who knows what a mother can be angry about. Apparently she still hasn't come home.
She hasn't.
No.
Then
did you find
our
that out?
friend...
This morning.
Okay. She said, how did you find that out?
I normally speak with the king and queen. We have visitations every so often for tea. This morning was one of our meetings, and her mother was quite concerned.
I see.
If that's the case, then our friend here, and he points at Finn, may have been the last one to see her. The queen might be interested in speaking with us on that account.
Maybe. I wouldn't start with that. There tends to be...
Wise.
Yeah, seems to tend to be some brash thoughts when someone says that they were the last to see someone. But definitely, I could give you my crest, and you could use that to get in to see the king and queen. For her daughter, of course. No.
Oh, sorry.
I did want to ask, that detect magic, you can kind of look at the object a little bit more, if you wish, and discern the school of magic.
I will try that, except I will remind you also the last time I tried that, it was something that was far beyond my comprehension.
It's up to you.
I will indeed, like, stare at the necklace. It is, give me 1 second. It is 6 seconds I have to be staring at it.
Okay. Oh, that's not too long.
No.
So, kind of staring at it, getting a glimmer of the spell itself. It seems to be a mixture of an altered kind of two spells, really. And I'm going to give you more than just the school, because this is a very strange-looking aura. It's a mixture of two things. The first one is an aura of enchantment, and there is a mixture of necromancy to it.
Castor, after, doing that 6 second stare, he's gonna blink a bit, and then look over to Zereth, and then he's not gonna know what to do, so he's gonna say, I think we should get to the castle.
I'm sorry, Mum, but I believe this is going to be short-lived. But I assume you're not going anywhere anytime soon? And he gives kind of a concerned look.
No. Marriage, it's a trap.
Alright. We will most surely be back to visit you for tea and cake.
I like
Can
that.
I roll
Oh.
insight on that line?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Yeah, me too, because that offended my cleric sensibilities.
Okay.
oh,
That
Finn.
offended my sensibilities towards marriage. So,
That's an 8.
Wow, that's a natural. No, that's a 1. I just always have it on advantage roll. So
Could be a
Hey.
clue for a 16 for Callisto. Something's not right about that date. Yes, Greg.
Can I clarify something? There was The necklace, was that what Castor was doing the detect magic on? The
Yes.
crest that she gave us was something completely different?
Yes.
And there was no magic on that at all?
Well, he didn't.
I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna hold it out to Castor so he can like view it like slyly before I put it in my pocket.
well, actually, if you want to give it to Castor as the ambassador of the group,
That makes sense. Castor is our ambassador. He'll take care of the seal, and I'll just hand it over to him casually.
Of course.
Castor will take it and look at it for a second.
Oh, that also reminds me, and she'll pull out coin purse of about 150 gold, and she'll hand that to you.
To
I've been saving your birthday money for quite some time.
Maybe when we come back, I'll play the harp for you.
That would be nice. We
It was-
just can't do it in the count home.
I'm sure there are many other houses of nobility that would be gladdened by your presence.
I agree.
Maybe go for a picnic.
it was a pleasure to meet you again, milady. Castor will bow
You as-
because they did meet at the party and he talked to her a little bit.
She'll curtsy.
And she's and Sarah is going to kiss her on the cheek that was not struck.
Okay. She'll return it with a kiss to the forehead.
Any magic on the
Callisto's-
crest? Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Callisto says, "Actually, my lady, before you go, may I offer you a gift?"
Sure.
Callisto holds out a hand, and green magic swirls in it, and suddenly there are 10 tiny berries that look to be something like nightshade, but much less dark, that she's holding, and she hands one to her and says, "If you need it, this might help, so to speak.
Oh.
Maybe with the cheek."
Oh.
And she takes the other 9 and puts them back in her pocket.
My cheek. Sure. She'll pretend to
It's-
look confused.
It's for health. I should specify I cast Good Fairy.
If, oh, I did want to ask one favor.
Certainly.
The Count likes to collect magical items. Were you to find a scroll of counterspell, I could pay quite handsomely for it, for his collection.
Understood.
Could I insight that
Sure.
and see if she wants it for herself or if she wants it for the count?
Sure.
Do you really need to insight? I think you could just...
No, Castor would need to insight.
Understandable.
13.
A 13. It's kind of a mixed signal. There's a strong possibility with the way it was worded, the way she talks. It might be for her.
Who's holding on to the crystals?
Zereth has the remaining 2.
Oh.
I think they're at Martha's, not Martha's. Marsha's, I think.
No, we took
No.
the counterspell and the clairvoyance. We just left the resurrection with Marsha and the dagger,
and the dagger.
donkey jawed dagger. And by the way, Martha.
I would like to say through this entire conversation, Finn has gotten extremely more aggravated, especially hearing about the princess.
So while you guys figure out the crystal in that situation, Finn, you're actually going to hear a voice from across the fountain. Hey, boy!
He'll turn, look.
The musician from the party himself will be kind of standing there as if waiting.
You can probably like tell that he's like really stressed out and tense, but he'll walk up to him and just say, "Hello, sir. Now is not the best time for a lesson."
Right. Well, I'll be leaving about 3 days, so I mean, well, what's got you panties in a bunch?
Gets a little bit more like twitch almost, like a tick. It's like a lot has gone down, and I'm trying to figure out how to process it. And we are wasting time just talking.
Well, time is a precious commodity, but looking the way you're doing, doesn't look like you're going to be doing anyone much good with the way you're at. I mean, not to be rude, just speaking the obvious. I don't beat around the bush. Never have been.
What do you mean by that?
Boy, you're looking like you're about ready to bite someone's throat out. Don't know who you're going to be helping like that.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm a little tense after spending the night in a slaver's cart. Basically being around children and people miserable. Saying a word gets the entire cage burnt. Watching a man die because you couldn't shut up about being stupid.
Okay.
He's not with us or right now.
Nah, he's across the fountain.
Damn it.
That's pretty rough. So, what's your plan then? If you don't mind me asking.
My guild want to talk with the king and queen about some China ambush. When we should just go, we know where we know how to find them. We could just kill them, be done with this mess, and free them.
Well, how would you deal with the mess? What's your wonderful point of being a hero, then?
A hero? This is nothing about being a hero. This is about helping people.
That's part of being a hero.
I don't know.
You see, like you see in his eyes, he's not belittling you. A hero is a term to him that means something.
He could see it. Finn would be too wrapped up in his own head. Just
Angie.
yeah. He's too angry to see it. I don't know what I would do, but we gotta do something. Something I can do. Starts pacing.
Well, there's likely what seems 6 of you, right? Seems like pretty good numbers against a few bit of slavers. Do you know where they're at? Any of their plans? I mean, do you even know where they're at now?
No, but we have a way to find it. And
You sure of it?
I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the whole plan is. I've been so just wrapped up in my head that I can't think. I can't hear. Just going through the motions.
Sometimes going through the motions in music can be easy. But taking a moment to slow down, think properly, can create a beautiful melody. So, the thing is, I'm saying, This is a difficult situation. Personally, I'm not a fighter, so I can't help you. My biggest fear, though, is you've got bloodlust in your eye. I've seen that from a few different people. That I do know what it looks like. That's the only thing that concerns me right now.
Yes. Yes, I do have bloodlust. Yes, it infuriates me to hear them talking about maybe sparing them so we could figure out more. And yes, I had a thought about as soon as their backs are turned and we have somehow captured them, I would stick a sword right through all of their throats. And just take whatever consequence would happen. But I deserve the right. I should be angry.
Well, do you think anybody deserves the right to take another life? Or would that just make you into one of them? You can't fight evil with evil. Sometimes it's good to be better than evil. Not that it's easy. It's a hero's job to overcome those hard feelings, no matter how painful it might be, and rise above it.
He'll look at him for a second, and then turn to walk.
He'll sit down. He'll start playing his melody that he did the night before.
Finn will stop, shaking, grab the lyre from his back, and start to try to play along. Very, very badly at first, as he can't get his hands to stop shaking. But he'll keep trying. And just sit down. Try to work through what he's feeling by putting it through his music.
All right. As you go along, he'll be like, "All right, next right here," and then he'll play a couple more chords with you. It's not hard to pick up. Let's go back to the group real quick while we let them kind of simmer down a bit. So, of course, the gold has been kind of given. What's the next step?
Actually, at this point, can I... Hold on, let me zoom out really quick on the map. Is there... We're kind of by the fountain. Is there somewhere that I could see that I could step away for a moment with somebody to have a private conversation?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room.
Alright, so Castor will look to Zereth, and he will say, Zereth, could I have a moment with you in private?
Of course.
And Castor will step away, like, to the trees or something like that, I see in the top corner.
Sure.
So, Castor will lower his voice. That necklace she's wearing, it has magic on it. And the magic is not cast by her, it's not for her benefit. And what's coming off of it frightens me.
What kinds of magic?
There's enchantment and necromantic magic.
Well, I have no idea what the necromantic magic could be doing on my mother, but the enchantment, that's like mind control and such.
It can be. It's anything really that changes something, the way something acts, the way something behaves.
Right,
the general
right.
nature of it. It could be mind control, or it could be something like sentience.
He's definitely had something removed from her, some freedom removed from her. But she definitely also has some of her own faculties. She gave us hints there. Did you catch them?
I did, but did you catch the fear in her? And that fear, I believe, goes beyond what the Count physically does to her. necromantic magic usually, except in very rare cases, is used for destruction. I know some necromantic spells myself, and they don't bode well for the people on the other side of them.
Right. I'm worried about my mother, what might happen to her if we go through with this plan, but most of all, I'm most worried about her warnings. She said, in proximity to going to the Queen, she said it's a trap.
How do you mean?
When we mentioned going to the Queen, she said, marriage, it's a trap. She gave us her insignia. So, maybe this is a conversation that we best have with the rest of the group.
That
But
part,
thank you.
yes.
Thank you
But-
for informing me. Is there anything else?
Yes, there is. Do you still have the crystal?
Which one do you mean? I have both, yes.
The one that she was asking for?
The counterspell, she mentioned the counterspell scroll for his collection.
Did you notice how she worded it, though?
Yes. The look on her face and the emphasis that she put on the words with her lips. It was as though she was talking about something else completely. Something not for his magic item collection, but maybe for his slave collection or the collection of him as a prisoner. I don't know.
Or maybe for her own protection.
Could be.
If you'd want to give it to her, I wouldn't oppose. It is your mother, after all.
I think she intends for us to use it against him. If it was him, or if it was he that put the enchantment on her necklace, perhaps he is a spellcaster of some kind.
Perhaps. Either way, I leave it in your hands with the information I've given you. I'm sorry I can't offer more.
Castor, despite the spat we had a little earlier, I would like you to take the counterspell crystal. You probably have most. You're one of the more knowledgeable people we have about arcane matters, and you know how to use the arcane crystal, and I trust your wisdom of when to use it. If the opportunity arises that we need to counter some magic of the Count's, I'd feel safest with the crystal in your hands. He hands it over the blue counterspell crystal.
Castor will look at it. He'll nod to him.
But I do not think that she intends us to give this to him as a gift. Does that make sense?
I was thinking maybe she needed it for herself. But you could be right on your part as well.
I don't know what a counterspell does, so...
It stops a spell from being cast. It negates it.
But not something that's already in effect.
No, that would have to be... That's an entirely different spell. That's dispel magic.
Alright. She doesn't know we have the crystal.
No.
So the only reason that she could have said that is to mean for us to counteract some magic.
then I will be ready with it. But we should get back to the group. We don't want to appear rude.
No, and we can say a formal goodbye, and when Finn is done, I don't know about this goblin fellow, but he seems to ring of some familiarity.
Yes, maybe he was the alchemist or enchanter that Marcia mentioned.
Perhaps. And then Sarah will just sort of, in a fog, walk back over to the group.
Castor will follow.
Okay.
Everything okay?
Yes, we have some things to discuss that are probably not privy for the Countess's ears. Countess, if you have somewhere to be, some noble business to attend to, I think this is all that we can ask from you and provide for you today.
Okay. Again, if you happen to come across a crystal or a scroll, anything like that, detect, disperse, or anything that deals with getting rid of magic, let me know. I'll be happy to talk more then.
Alright.
So I'm going to give a look at Castor.
Castor will look right back, like...
How do I word this? Zara's going to okay, this is what he'll do. Zara will kind of give a motion that's unfamiliar to, or no, he would be familiar to Castor because they're both from Sandshade. So he's going to give a motion of like acquiescence. So like kind of like go ahead and do what you need to do.
He's just gonna think for a second. It took him a second to get that because he left at such a young age, but then, you know, he remembered seeing it around, so... Milady. May I ask what your interest is in anything that detects or gets rid of magic?
Purely for my husband, of course. And she'll have like, no, that's not what I mean, kind of eyes. Like, you don't even need to insight it.
Because I can certainly detect magic, and Castor will, like, nod to her, and I think I might have something that, you know, is what your husband might be looking for.
That would be fine.
Zara's nodding.
Castor from his pocket will deftly take out the crystal and just hold it out to her.
She'll happily take it if you're offering it. And she'll hold it for a second.
So what I was going to say is I wasn't holding push to talk because I was going to do the motions with my hands, and then I realized I got to keep one hand on the thing, you know. He'll hold the crystal, and then when she goes to take it, he'll put his other hand on top of her. Make sure he uses it wisely.
Oh, you know what? I'm sure he will. I hope I can get it to him without it being damaged.
Of course. Those crystals, they're very fragile.
She'll take it. And she'll throw it on the ground and step on it.
I knew it! I knew it!
And then she's going to speak for a few seconds. This necklace stops me from speaking about anything pertaining to him or helping you. And you'll see it glow as it stops something from going off. The crystal has protected her from something. It hasn't gotten rid of it. But for 1 second, she was able to speak whatever she wanted.
I figured as much, my lady.
I don't know what you mean.
No.
Actually, milady, that there's a young lass that I've been attempting to woo, and I just love that necklace. What could I do to get that from you?
You see, this necklace is a very particular gift from my husband. I cannot remove it without a disenchantment spell of some kind. For protection, of course, for the necklace.
So that way you can't be robbed of it. That's
Exactly.
understandable in this rough town. Thank you so much. I apologize, and thank you anyway.
Of course.
Maybe I can come in a couple of months and help my friend obtain that necklace from you.
That would be lovely. I'd be happy to sell it.
Well, I think that is about everything we had. Thank you so much for meeting us. It was so lovely to meet you. So we'll bow. As we said, we do need to be off to see the king and queen. Did anyone else have anything to do before we run off? As we have a lot to do today.
Oh, I was hoping to meet someone named Milo Sugar Blossom.
Was Marsh said he was the goblin alchemist or enchanter who was in the center of town?
Mm-hmm.
Castor, like, nod over his shoulder at the goblin.
Oh!
I haven't seen too many other goblins around. Maybe that's him. He seems to be peddling wares.
Well, I am going to go chat. And, ma'am, and she'll gently take, Lay's hand. I'll keep a good eye on them, I promise, okay?
Thank you.
Now I'm stepping away for a moment. You boys don't do anything stupid.
And don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That's a lot. All right. So, Martha, you're moving. You're probably going to get a good view of the town square a little bit. Do me a favor, roll a perception check for me. 16. Damn, you're good. At the corner of this building, you could swear you see Matthew peeking around the corner.
And she's turning heel.
Can we perceive Martha running?
Is she running, or is she just fast-paced walking?
First it looks like speed walking, then it's running.
Okay.
I'd
say
yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say. Okay, in that case, yes. So
Okay.
it is off as well, if we can see it. If we need to
Same.
roll, I will roll. But if she's running, I'm going.
I mean, she went one way and then all of a sudden took off the other.
Yeah,
Okay.
are we all following her? I think we're all following her, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm still at my teacher, so
that's fine. Maybe we could yell to you, but
I'm going through a lot of things right now.
yeah.
They're valid. They deserve a moment of respite.
All right. So you're going to come around the corner of this building, and you're going to see Matthew. He has moved down past the building, in between this little alleyway between the back of the building and the actual kingdom wall. And he's going to duck behind that wall.
And she's going to walk over. First, she looks thrilled, and every step closer, she looks more and more pissed. Look at him inch away. Oh no, you fucking don't.
Do I see her go around this building?
Yes.
Can I
don't
move to go
go
around the
too-
other side?
You can definitely try.
I would like to do that.
Yes. Okay. So you're going to come around that corner. And Matthew will be standing there. Just kind of there.
Matthew?
Bolotor. And you're going to see a wall of light kind of appear behind you and on either side of this alleyway. kind of closing you two in.
Okay. How are you doing, Sweet Pea? Are you okay?
I'm here, but I'm not. Yeah. So you know that thing we were talking about? That thing we were talking about like a really, really, really long time ago? Like the thing for the thing.
Oh, God. Okay, sweetheart. Calm down. I was going to kick you in the nuts, but I'm going to guess you aren't actually here right now.
That is a good presumption. And he's going to stick his hand through his head and kind of like ear to ear and kind of like wiggle his fingers out the other side.
You're lucky. I'd rip them off.
Pretty far away. But, it worked.
It worked.
I found a shard. And I did a ritual. Didn't go off the way I thought.
Wait, what do you mean it didn't go off the way you thought?
Well, I may have singed off a bit of hair. Chipped an ear. Burnt down a tree.
Just a tree. It better have just burnt down a tree.
Well, I mean, there was a home.
This wasn't like the cat,
tree.
was it? This
No.
No.
Cat. I brought that cat back. It's fine.
It exploded.
And it came back with a little bit of a shake, but it's fine.
Matthew, there's a difference between a cat and... I am so mad at you. Beyond mad. You left. Without a word.
I had to.
Why?
It was a limited time offer.
Limited time offer. Too limited that you couldn't wake up your wife, say, "Hey, honey, I'm going to just run off for a bit."
Well, if I had to have been teleported.
Teleported.
Not by me.
Good gods, what did you do?
Talk to some man with an antler.
An antler. Okay.
Well, antlers, plural, I mean...
Man with antlers. Okay.
Gave me a teleport crystal. Told me where to find a crystal shard. I used it.
In this town?
Well, no. I mean, I've been traveling for a couple of days. I'm not here, technically.
Wait, how long do you think you've been away from home, dear?
2 weeks.
It's months, you stupid.
Months?
It has been months.
Well,
Matthew, I want you to just picture something in your mind right now.
Okay. Sure.
After everything that happened, we had a bit of a scuffle the day before you vanished.
Yeah.
Imagine that. And imagine how I felt when you were suddenly gone. After everything that had happened.
I thought it would make up for it when we both walked through the door.
Door.
Our door. The two of us. Not... No, you'd be home. We would come home.
He's walking.
Whatever it might be, boy or girl. Yeah. I mean, I don't judge. You know, I like the boys. They might like girls. I mean, I don't mind to judge. I mean, wear dresses. He, she. I mean, you know.
Deep breath in. I love you so much. I also want to strangle you so much. I was just about to send you a lovely message.
I'm sending you one now, though. I'm stuck in the Grangle jungle.
Okay, where?
I don't know. Some place called the Lotus Eaters?
Okay, Lotus Eaters. Listen, there's a lot we need to talk about. You know I love you. I have a question.
Sure. And he's going to look over his shoulder like he's looking at something that's there, but it's not. I don't know how much time I have, but sure.
Someone I need you to meet, and I need to know. You can be honest with me. Have you ever been unfaithful?
No?
Are you sure?
Yeah. No one cooks like
Okay.
you.
God, I love you and hate you at the same time. I say this because there's someone here that really needs to meet you, and I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say, but it appears you might have a bit of a wild oat.
What's their name?
Jason.
All you're going to hear is, just before he disappears, don't, and then the walls will drop, and his visage will disappear.
Fuck! And that's probably the first time any of you have heard Martha say that, and that angrily.
Now, for those of you who are following, you'll kind of probably went around that building. And for about 4 or 5 minutes, there's just this shimmering wall of light that is stopping you from getting to that. You won't even be able to hear what's in it. I mean, when the wall comes down, you'll hear the fuck, but yeah.
Martha, are you okay? That was something.
She looks furious, and she's just... I need to talk to the goblin. It's fine. It's not fine.
Right past Castor.
Castor will give that look like you give your sibling when your like other sibling or someone else is being yelled at by your mom, where you're like, oh god, this is happening. Like, Soot will give that look to Castor and then just kind of like walk past him.
Castor will follow.
He sent me a message. I need to send a message back right now.
Is he alive? Wait.
Yes! Not if I get to him!
Matthew, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have to find a middle ground here. I don't want to be like Finn and just go charging off, but we have things to do. We have to meet with the Queen. We need to get things done here. There's... I feel like there's a lot...
Only a second. Also, he's stuck in the Grangle Jungle in... Shit, what was it? DM.
The Grangle Jungle. Oh, the Lotus Eaters, yeah.
Something about Lotus Munchers.
Do I recognize that name?
You can roll a history for me.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and give yourself advantage on that.
Okay.
That's an 18.
It's
Yeah,
a
you've heard of them. They're founded in an old Greek mythology. Originally, it was known as the Lair of the Lotus Eaters. For those who eat their food, they forget the passage of time. They're very well known for kidnapping.
I forget which myth that's from, but I remember that.
So Odysseus.
God.
Yeah, I was like, it's Odysseus. They all get trapped on that island, and they just want to keep eating the food.
Do I recall with a 15 what they look like? Have I ever met one?
They're pretty indistinguishable from people. They look like a normal person, normal humanoid. It's the society itself that, it's also people that from your home, they stay away from.
Okay, so it's distinctly not tieflings.
Yes, your people are afraid of them.
Understandable. Okay. I turn to Martha and say, you seem to have found him in a spot of trouble. How did he manage to contact you?
I'm guessing by a sending or a message. He was there, and now he's not. And now back to square one. And
Okay.
I think he's done something very, very stupid. And a sick part of me hopes he succeeded.
Well,
What are
good
you?
news.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Callisto.
You're good. Well, good news. I was beginning to hope we might go to the Grangle Jungle soon as we're done with this. So we won't keep him waiting for too long. But for now, let's try and keep our focus at hand, as hard as that is, and believe me, I understand.
Yes, I know.
Martha, you're not back to square one either. You know where he is exactly now.
I know.
And
The church bells will ring for 7 o'clock p.m.
Whoa. Whoa.
We should probably
Okay.
get going.
Yeah, we need. I thought it was like noon.
Well, it was when you first got there.
okay, do we even
Talking a lot, then there was the side conversations, the music, the interaction with Matthew. Time really flies when you're in the thick of it.
do
I
we-
was sitting here thinking there was a Lotus Eater moment happening.
Do we even want to go see the queen now, or do we just want to go? It will be dark soon.
It's when the moon will be in the highest part of the sky, from my vision. So we have time, but we need
Few
to go
hours.
see the queen soon.
Yes,
No,
let's
more than
go.
a few hours.
Speed walk.
Martha, unfortunately, oh, never mind. It's irrelevant. Let's.
There's some information that we all need to know before we decide on how we're going to approach the Queen. Castor detected enchantment, magic, and necromancy on the necklace that was cursing my mother. And I believe that the necromancy is there to prevent the necklace from being removed without harming her.
The necromancy is there to hurt her if she speaks ill of her husband. She made that clear when she threw the counterspell down.
Well, the enchantment prevents her from doing
The enchantment
so.
the enchantment prevents her from removing it. The necromancy is what.
There could be multiple layers.
I
but
think-
in other words, you
An onion.
take it off and everything is fine. Now, being able to take it off requires some kind of magic that we don't have access to yet.
I will learn it. My teachers would use it, and I can learn it. I know I can. But
We
it
can-
won't be for a while.
We can
But
get her
there are-
to the temple, or something after all of this is settled. I think we have to take things as they come.
We need to hurry to the castle, though.
The most important part is that she implied that there was some kind of trap set.
So we might not want to approach the castle at all.
I think her
Vagrant is
implication.
heir to the throne. I'm thinking that with the release of the dragon from his book, our plans, possibly even Castor's vision, may have changed.
I think that her saying that marriage was a trap was in reference to her necklace, that she is trapped and she cannot and is unable to do anything.
Corey.
Yeah.
Where did that dragon fly off to? It left. Did it not leave the city when it left?
It did. I would say that after a certain height in the night sky, it was hard to tell where.
Okay.
Your best guess is to the west.
Oh, good. It's
I
the
don't
east gate that we
know
have.
how that dragon would have told Lord Vagrant. It at least appeared to leave the city, and it could have had some magical capabilities, but I really doubt that it would have had a way to inform Lord Vagrant.
And it left the opposite way of where the meeting is happening tonight.
I'm not saying that I'm the smartest when it comes to magic. I know very little, but I can tell patterns. And this Lord Vagrant, he has a pattern with regard to his magical traps. You break the book, you release a dragon. You break the necklace, you kill a dame.
If your mother is able to give us these hints, correct? She was able to give us hints. She was able to tell us things without telling us things.
Yes, she was able to help us, but not speak ill of her husband.
If it was a trap and that we were going to get hurt by going to the Queen, do you think she would have given us the crest? Then let's go.
There's alarms going off, and then there was
Yes,
a roar.
Corey, I was about to say, is this audible for us? Here?
Oh yeah.
What is happening?
Soot's gonna
What's the
run off.
growling?
If Soot hears the roaring, Soot is off in whatever general direction of the roar.
So the roaring and the bells, they are off in the general direction of the main castle.
Oh, I guess we're going that way anyway.
Okay, let's go.
Wait,
Soot is running. Like,
Wait.
not even jogging.
wait. What if this is the trap? What if this is how they're getting the princess
There is
away?
no trap. That's not what the trap was about. We need to go. The trap was about the necklace.
I say we may as well find out what it is. Come on.
What's going on, guys?
I
There's
don't
dragon
know.
and alarms. There's roaring and alarms coming from the castle.
The castle. I say we go.
Go! Where we're heading. Let's go.
Before I leave, I say thank you for your wisdom, Robert. It's given me much to think about. I must go. I chase after him.
Alrighty, don't die.
I make no promises.
That's a good doing.
Mid-run, Callisto is going to go down for the first time.
Alright.
Puppy, puppy. Puppy, puppy.
Very large, very scary puppy.
Oh, a hug.
You'll watch as this whole thing just pretty much just devolves. The whole town starts kind of screaming and running, and well, really, it's not great.
Castor will do his best to sprint up towards the front with Soot, and casting Thaumaturgy to make his voice 3 times louder. He'll yell at everybody to get inside and to hide.
Soot will look around for Zaire and try to find Zaire in the crowd. I assume behind them.
Okay. So, I better turn that down a little bit.
Girl.
As you guys are heading, you're casting that thaumaturgy, you're turning around a corner. Everybody's getting out of the way, everybody's running away from the castle, people are passing you by, just not knowing what the fuck is going on. You're going to watch that dragon from earlier, and it is going to break in on probably one of the tallest towers of the castle, and it is going to basically worm its way into that hole in the wall. And you'll just kind of see one of the towers kind of fall in and onto the castle. You'll see it move from that perch and hit the main building of the castle and crash through and worm its way in there.
That's not good.
I could get there. I think.
Alright, no, we do this as a group. Soot will once again look around for Zaire, assuming that as we stared, Zaire had a little bit of time to catch up. So we'll look at...
behind him, and he's looking at Castor like,
Yes.
how else can you get up there?
Soot will look at Zaire. We need to stay as a group. You need to stay with me. All of us together. We are going to make sure civilians get out while we make our way in. Are we ready to go?
Yes, I.
Castor again will thaumaturgy, and everyone out of the way, move inside now.
And Soot will be spear out, shield up, kind of quickly and tactically moving through into the castle, hopefully on their way up. Oh, and yelling behind them, does anyone have the ability to speak with dragons?
I can speak with animals.
Actually,
I don't think the dragon's an animal.
Possibly. Give me a second. No, Draconic is not on this guy.
Okay, anyone keep an eye out for a wizard, anything like that. We'll try to see if we can find some help with that. I have an idea. Okay, let's go. Zereth, Castor, stay behind me, spear point formation, and Soot will kind of make their way toward the dragon.
As Castor,
I'm right behind you.
What? Not.
I am.
Do you have the ability to speak to a dragon since you're here?
I would say that Jason would have to think for a moment or two, but yes, I think I do.
Okay, we are going to have words once this is done, but since we're here, you're helping.
If I survive, then yes.
Yes, exactly. Let's go.
Castor's gonna smile at Jason being there. I knew you'd
Can
be back.
Callisto
There's going to give Jason a clap on the shoulder.
You're going to feel his arm very frail.
Can Callisto pick him up?
You can, if you wish.
Okay, I'm gonna pick him up and he can ride on my back, because large.
All right.
My religion wasn't against beating children. I would whoop you senseless, Jason.
Castor's gonna kind of stray to the back a little bit because if we're going with our D&D stuff, he'll notice that Martha's a bit slower. She can't move as fast, but he's gonna stick with her.
Legs, and she's very fat.
He's gonna stick with her, and he's actually gonna put a hand out to her to hold on to him so he doesn't lose her in the crowd.
Do I remember the dragon's breath? Was it a cone or a line?
It was a line.
Okay. Alright, everyone, spread out. Make sure you're in an arrowhead formation. When this thing attacked last time, it had a straightforward breath attack. Otherwise, it was claws and bites, and that we can deal with. The breath is what I'm worried about. But hopefully we won't have to deal with that. Let's go. And Soot is just charging ahead. Absolutely kind of point anytime Soot will see a civilian or someone, they'll kind of point and do the kind of commander go that way motion and make sure that they're going that direction, but otherwise is keeping a pretty bull rush movement forward.
Okay, nobody panic.
It's a dragon. We should panic a little.
Understandable.
Jason, the ability that you have to speak with dragons, can you imbue that to someone else, or is it only you?
It's only me, but I can translate.
That's fine. That's what I'll need you to
What
do.
are you saying right now?
You imprisoned me. You bitch. I'll kill you.
Oh, okay, great. It's actually, the dragon's kind of on our side. Not necessarily the destruction, but this is actually going better than I thought. Okay, great.
It's going after the queen.
It's
Think
attacking
about
the
it.
castle. That is where it's. We need to go. If I can speak with it, I think I have an idea. Jason, just to let you know, I'm going to go with we let you go last time and we didn't kill you angle, and see if we can convince it that we let it go again.
Castor's gonna try to interrupt Soot. Soot,
Yes,
the book, was it male or female writing?
it was male writing. It was Lord Vagrant's writing.
Are you sure?
I suppose that's true. It was in Lord Vagrant's room, so unless there was something really wild going on, I assume it was Lord Vagrant.
As Finn just said, it's in the castle yelling, "You bitch." It could be yelling at the queen. What if the queen was the one who trapped it?
Well, Jason can translate, as we said.
And he was translating. That's what I'm asking you. Is the book in male or female writing? Can you check really quick?
Yes, Corey, I am double checking. Does the writing look masculine or feminine?
Hard to tell.
Fair enough. I mean, it was in Lord Vagrant's room in his, bedside table, correct?
Yes.
Unless he's posing up to the queen, I think it's safe to say.
It's also a little bit weird based on the scheme for the queen to sell her own daughter into slavery.
Something else is going on that we don't know, and we need to deal with this.
That's what I'm saying.
before-
We can talk to the dragon, get some information, hopefully get it on without having to fight it. That's my
A
plan.
dragon if he likes cookies.
Okay.
So if we're rushing in,
Oh yeah.
rushing into the main hall, right?
Yep.
Hi, everybody. You guys know me. I'm Corey. I'm the Dungeon Master for Opportunity Roll, also known as the Diggity Dungeon DJ. I'm here for mid-roll to say thank you guys for coming and listening to episode 10. I am sorry, episodes have been kind of slow coming out. It's been a rough process, but in that, we also have some really great news, which has kind of taken some time away from everything. Not only has there been holidays like Labor Day and other things like that kind of slowed the process down. There is a wedding coming soon for one of our cast members, Chris. He and his wife will be having their ceremony within the next month. So congratulations, Chris. I hope you and your fiance will be happy in the near future. You guys will have a lovely and wonderful marriage. On top of that as well, my wife and I of 2 years now are expecting a baby. We just found out a couple weeks ago, and she has been so tired and just dealing with all of the discomfort that comes with that, but also with the joy. That being said, a couple of shout outs. I want to thank Kobold Press for their Tomes of Beasts and the Creature Codex. We're going to be using a lot of those in the near coming future. A couple more monsters. I think we get another monster from one of their books in the next episode. I also want to thank Sirenscape. Their music and background sounds have really kind of just stepped up our game as far as music goes, and it has been just amazing to have their sound in there. Check them out in the link. We've got a link straight to every pack that we've used, and a link that, it's just fantastic. For like $14 a month, it's like amazing. I can't really put it any better, because we get people who are in character, hearing the sounds, hearing the bird chirps, hearing the sounds of the tink, tink, tink from the blacksmith and everything like that. If you guys want to meet with the crew, talk, ask questions, we currently have a Discord. It's like $1 a month for our Patreon. We're also going to be adding in some side games. We're going to be starting a stream weekly here. There's going to be more information at the back of the episode, so if that interests you, go ahead and check that out. It'll be at the very end. We got a lot of extra things coming up, a lot of extra things that we're doing. We're going to be having our stream for charity here within the next couple of months. We're gonna hopefully try. I know the wedding and everything like that. We've got plans, so we're gonna try to shimmy everything all together. It's a lot of plans and fluid motions. So if you want to email us, go ahead and opportunityroll.podcast@gmail.com. I check that kind of pretty much every day. If you just kind of want to shoot out a message, ask questions, or anything like that. Speaking of the stream, there are going to be more information on it near the end of this, but I'm also looking for people who want to try their hands at recording, doing casts, and being part of the Opportunity Row group. So if that interests you, check us out on Roll20. Shoot me a message or an email, and I'll be sure to get you that link. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the episode. Thank you, guys. All right, so you guys rush through these doors. This dragon has grown. since the last time. When you first saw it, it was about the size of a wormling. Now it's about the size of a full-grown dragon. The rubble around you is littered with bodies. People who have either been bitten in half, burned or scorched through lightning, and or pretty much just been trampled. It looks like the entire royal guard is dead.
Uh-oh.
And as you watch more, underneath its front right foot is the queen. Crushed.
Do we see signs of life from her?
Oh no.
Okay.
Pancake.
Okay. All right. Oh God. Soot's gonna have to. Soot is going to look to Callisto and Jason and kind of like motion, like follow me, and kind of squat run using this fountain as cover, and kind of. Oh God, this is going to be the dumbest thing.
As Castor sees you starting to do that, he's going to say, I don't think this is one we can fight.
I'm not trying to fight, I'm trying to talk. I just want to make sure that I have something to duck behind when it goes to hell. But
Please be careful.
Soot is going to
Castor-
stand up and raise their spear in the air in like a heralding motion, not like in a I'm going to kill you, but like a I am here to, like I am here kind of thing.
I mean, it's gonna continue. Like, it's gonna use its left arm to break one of the pillars of the building. More stones will fall down. I mean, if you're gonna want to catch its attention, you're gonna have to do more than that. It's on a rampage.
Castor will shout with thaumaturgy. So pretty loud.
Okay, what are you shouting?
Over here, and he's gonna like kind of be like behind-ish Soot, like behind and off the right a little bit.
It'll kind of turn, rearing its head back, standing probably about as tall as this building. Its head probably scraping the roof. So
And then Castor will back up.
36 feet tall, but it's also still crouching.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. So it's gonna stand firm as they can, and kind of like tap the spear on the ground, and then distinctly put the spear back on their back. So we'll
Saying, move or die.
move from where?
Here, just general, territorial, probably the entire castle.
Can you ask it if it's the one that we fought last night?
It seems to know you very well.
Okay, that's fine. Can you ask it?
It's saying it's giving us.
Soot, move. Out.
We're leaving? We're letting this
Out.
happen? Okay, yes. Soot will back up, kind of leading the retreat, but is like backing up and facing the dragon. Will kind of bow their head and kind of not leave until everyone else has left the building. Or the party has left the building, at least.
Callisto, seeing the fire and everything, even in wolf form, you see her eyes go wide and she bolts.
What happened? I thought we were going to talk this out.
If the order is leave or die, and it's obviously killed all of these people, I think the choice is leave. I don't think we stand a single chance against that. If it is firm,
People have died.
Yes, people have died, and we can either die with them, or we can leave. Those are our options.
Alright, leave.
Thank you. And then I assume everyone else has made their exit.
Something tells me the dragon isn't going
Wait,
to want cookies.
is Jason actually moving towards the dragon?
Yes.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Soot's not leaving. Nope, Martha, if you're moving, Soot's grabbing Martha.
No.
Did Jason dismount from me?
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
Martha.
Well, he dismounted in order to translate.
Alright, Martha, I at least get behind the fountain. We can take some
No,
of our-
I'm losing another one. No.
Zavora della Uscoronele.
Varula Aya Askudeya.
Naru Utupul Yakar. And he's going to pull a crystal from his pocket.
As I see him do that, can I give him Bardic Inspiration?
Sure.
And whatever he does, he has a note of potential. So I will play I guess it'd be like a stand your ground, like courage song, like a very upbeat song. And let me see if it's he's doing a saving throw or ability check. He has these abilities. Or if he's going to attack it.
Oh no.
But he has a choice.
All right. Well, first, the first thing that's going to happen is that the dragon is going to notice more people approaching. It's going to be preoccupied in this conversation, and in order to stop anything from stopping the conversation, it is going to shoot out a line of lightning, kind of blazing the ground in front of pretty much the rest of the group.
Tavuruk.
Valaun Mahakane.
Tazarukalaya.
A pasta. A pasta.
Vahashulaya.
I'll do it.
Varulakadaya.
Don't underestimate me. Then so be it. Martha, roll me a straight intelligence roll.
She is not smart.
That's okay. Take
Corey,
advantage.
nice.
Could you put a my token on the table?
Sure. This looks very familiar. Something you saw this morning.
Oh, so.
Well, there was a lot of dead bodies. There was a now surging point of energy towards the crystal in which Jason is holding.
Oh. She does not like this. How hot is this fire?
Skin searing hot.
Something tells me she can't jump through it, could she?
She could. I mean, you could try. Up to you. Just being up.
She's doing the thing where it looks like she's super tempted to. She's like, someone stop her, stop her.
Yeah. If she's like kind of doing that thing where she's like judging distance and stuff like that, Soot is going to lay like a firm hand on her shoulder.
Same with Finn.
Well, so as this continues on, there is going to be a formation. The energy will take form. It will start to accumulate around Jason. You know what? Actually, it seems like a rising creature of some kind. Let me go ahead and give you guys a little specialty thing. Something you'll see.
Oh man, it's Godzilla versus Kong all over again.
Phoenix.
Monkey, go monkey,
Monkey, monkey.
monkey team.
The dragon is going to then lunge to eat Jason.
And you hear a wail from Martha.
Let me roll this for Jason.
Remember, he has bardic inspiration and note of possibility.
That's
Potential.
true. What does exactly that note do?
It depends on what check you're making. If you're making an ability check, you'd get the first one, a saving throw, or an attack roll. So if you're doing a saving throw, you can roll the bardic inspiration and add it to the saving throw. It would regain hit points.
Ooh. Good inspiration.
All right. So Jason rolls a 14 dexterity save with +6 from the inspiration. That's an 18 altogether. Jason is going to chuck this crystal in its throat. And then he's going to pull this dead body over him. And then he's going to scream, "Run!"
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Soot is grabbing Martha and like bodily picking her up and like running.
Well, I am small and fat. Okay. Can you carry... shit. I have her weight as chonky, not an actual number.
Fed would help him if he sees him having trouble. So I think between the two of us, we could do it.
I'm trying to remember the encumbrance rules and fit that.
Also, I'm a dire wolf. I should probably mention that fact.
It's 15 times your strength score that you can lift.
I
think
carry
with enough people pulling
240
her.
pounds. Yeah, we got it.
I think there's at least 3 people here now willing to pull her.
Yep.
Someone grabs her shoulders, someone grabs her legs, just carry her out that way. Probably Soot and there because we're the fastest.
Probably just roll her.
What's your rolling speed?
I think Callisto is kind of like now as far back by the wall as she can get, just kind of curled into a ball, not sure what to do, how to go. She's not paying attention to anybody, just staring at this fire.
Castor is going to get out onto one knee, put his hand up against her little wolf face, and be like, "We gotta go right now. Let's go out." He's gonna like nod to the door.
Zereth's going to take one finger and he's going to slide it down the contours of his silver bracer, and the, I guess, rather comparatively soft howls of wolves will fill the chamber.
Oh.
And he's going to look at Callisto dead in the eyes.
That doesn't help. It, in fact, makes it a little worse. But Callisto looks at Castor and then kind of nudges him and leaves.
With the nudge, Castor will nudge her first, like, go. All right, Castor will wait for everybody else to get out. And he will, on his way out, just very quickly, cast a bless on Jason.
Okay. So, bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. When the target makes an attack roll, saving throw before a spell ends, the target rolls at 1d4. Probably going to need that. All right.
And then he'll, after everyone's out, he will run out too. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, 1 second. Let me just check something. Ooh, that would be a good, oh shit, I don't have it prepared. Damn it. I was like, I could sanctuary Jason.
So you guys will head out.
Yep.
You guys will see almost a blinding light behind you. The building will crash and a large boom will be heard. After that, the castle will tumble. It will crumble. And it will fall. The desolation is immense. This castle is pretty much rubble.
The dust hasn't even begun to settle, and Martha's already scrambling back towards the general vicinity of where the dragon and Jason were.
Okay.
Climbing over rocks and fallen walls and stuff.
Castor's gonna sit towards the back. He's gonna see if he can find Callisto after how far she bolted.
Yeah, and Sud's doing a head count, making sure that everybody else at least is there.
She's there. She's just still as a direwolf because she knows that if she goes tiefling form again, she's probably going to have a panic attack.
Castor's just gonna sit with her.
She's shaking. For
He's
as
gonna,
large
like-
of an animal she is.
He's gonna ruffle her fur, give her some pets.
Seeing Callisto, direwolf, shaking, Finn will sit next to her as well and start playing a calming song on his lyre.
The town will remain quiet. Just the soft echoing of, well, mostly flickering flames from what is left over. You know what? Give me an investigation check. Or, an investigation.
She is digging through these rocks like no concern of her own safety, probably blooding her hands and scraping herself up a bit. She's just desperately.
You won't find any trace of Jason.
She'll call out for him. Jason! Jason!
There will be no answer. Would anyone like to roll me a 1d100?
I can bite the bullet if you guys want me to.
Yeah,
So you
how
can
about
blame
it?
it on me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A 94.
The terrible
Would-
right?
Would you please roll me a 1d10? Subsequently.
Don't like it when they have more rolls.
That is a natural 1. Please roll me a 1d4.
Oh,
Jesus!
That is a natural 4. 2 crits follow each other. Martha, in your digging, you will find a half-burned wizard's hat.
Nothing else?
A little bit of blood.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. And she just breaks down, crumbles.
Castor's seeing this. He'll get up. And he'll remember something. He'll remember... Wait, let me check something really quick. Okay. Okay, it will... it will work. Castor remembers that stupid punching bag in Jason's backpack.
Mm-hmm.
And because he sees how this is affecting Martha, and he liked the kid too, he is going to cast Locate Object to locate that stupid boxing glove.
Okay. You'll feel it's farther into the rubble. Somewhere near the center.
Castor will grab a hold of Soot and Zereth if he can get him, and he's going to keep his eyes focused because he's concentrating very hard. And he's going to try to pinpoint the location.
Okay.
Because it's like, it gives me the direction, and then I'm going to basically go until the direction says, like, straight down.
Eventually, you will find the direction, probably mid-pile, about where he had been laying. The rubble is kind of... There's a lot of it here, but not a lot of stones. Not large stones, anyway. It looks diggable, at least.
Boys, here. Right here.
Yes, bye.
Alright. Let's go.
Castor's going to try his best. He's not very strong, but he's giving it his all. And you'll see the same way as Martha, his hands are going to be bloodied. And he's going to have a sense of focus you probably haven't seen in him before.
Yeah, so it's gonna just be kind of digging. If the need calls for it, Soot can use their shield to kind of start scooping things out.
Same with Zer, he'll be digging.
Eventually, you guys will find Jason's body.
Castor immediately will cast Spare the Dying, just in case.
You will feel it has no effect. You cannot spare the dead.
Soot will look at Castor and Zare. I don't know if Martha is right there with us or not.
She's still gripping the hat. I don't think she even realized y'all were
Okay.
doing anything.
Okay. Is his body fully uncovered? Like, can we work to fully uncover it?
Yeah, it's covered in rubble. He's not in great shape.
Everyone could... There's something I need to do. Can you give me a moment?
So we'll take a few steps back and then just kind of turn their back, but not really give you a whole bunch of space. Kind of almost trying to, like, body block Martha's line of sight.
So Castor will sit down, crisscross applesauce, and grip his holy symbol, and then with his other hand, from his pocket, he will pull out 2 gold coins, place one over each of his eyes, and then over the course of 10 minutes, he will start chanting and cast Gentle Repose.
Okay. So your gentle repose will,
It will keep his
protect the body from decay.
Yes.
Okay. And that lasts for 10 days.
Mm-hmm. And
Mhm.
then looks really frail, right?
Yeah. He was wearing gloves earlier, but those have since burned off. You know what? Give me a quick perception check. 18. So, you remember hearing about the sickness that he was under?
Yeah.
That if his body had started to discolor, was pretty much it for him. The discoloration had went all the way up to his shoulders, from both hands.
Castor will nod, and he'll get up. He'll put a hand on both the boys' shoulders. I'm going to talk to Martha.
You've done last rites?
Yes.
Alright. Soot is still going to kind of carefully kneel in front of Jason and kind of do like a small prayer of their own. I don't know if Zare is joining them or not.
Zereth's there, but he's gonna look at Soot and he's going to say, Soot, where I come from, we burn the departed. We cremate them, but I don't know if that's the tradition here. How do we tell what Martha wants?
Castor, hearing this, will say, I'll cover all that with Martha.
Thank you.
That was what I was going to say, but same here.
And Castor will somberly walk over to Martha. And he will kneel down to her. And he will take her hands in his. And he will look to her. And then, Martha, I think the reason he did what he did was he knew he wasn't going to make it. The sickness had overtaken him. His skin was all different colored. I know
failed again.
you didn't fail. There was nothing you could have done.
I'm supposed to protect them.
We can't protect everyone, as hard as we try. He made this choice. What could we have done? Martha, what would you like us to do with him? I've given him his last rites, so he will stay pristine for you. But where you come from, your people, what rites for the dead are there?
She sort of takes a deep breath. I know what I wish to do, but I also know you all will not agree. I don't know.
As this is something that I've trained for, I just want to know what would be the most respectful way to put him to rest for you.
Bury him.
You want him buried?
Yes.
Where? Under a tree, by a river, by some rocks?
I don't know. I didn't know him. I didn't get to know him.
But he loved you, and you loved him. That much was very clear. And Castor's voice will crack a little bit at that.
How many do I have to bury?
I've asked myself the same.
Soot is going to stand up and turn around. It could be one less.
So you agree?
I wish to forward that motion to the guild.
I spoke to one of the priests in the Temple of Pelicos. He said on the full moon that the negative effects might be lessened.
Might. Is that something you want to risk? Is him coming back wrong? Perverting the man he was? Soiling his memory?
And
I don't know.
Is just simply accepting his death when we have the ability to correct it something that we want to do?
Here's the thing, though. If we do bring him back, how do we know that'll fix his sickness? He could just come back and just a little bit later die again from it.
He
From-
chose this. He knew what was going to happen. He told us to run. This is what he wished.
Is it though? He took cover. If he wanted to die, he could have just jumped into the maw. But he took cover. He accepted the
He
spells.
probably He probably took cover to give himself time so that what he needed to do would happen.
You all hear behind you. What happened to the body? The one he used to cover himself with. Where is it?
Corey, was there a body on top of him when we dug through?
It was ashes. Yeah. I mean, probably
Okay.
cremated the body on top of
Yeah.
him. So
There were some remains on top of him as we dug, but nothing substantial left.
Of course. Of course.
Why do you ask after that?
I was curious. I've heard stories of body switching and people faking death. I should have known that would never be true.
I say that we put him to rest respectfully. He knew the sickness was overtaking him. Why else would he do that?
I
And
have
as Finn said, bring him back just to have him suffer and die again? Is that something we all want to go through?
will he suffer though? Was that crystal not powerful enough to bring him in a wholly restored body?
It brings the soul back to a willing body. A willing soul back to a body.
May I offer, I suppose, a compromise?
You can offer whatever you wish, but I will not agree to using the crystal. I'm sorry.
That's fair. Will you accept majority rule if the group decides otherwise?
I'm not sure.
Also understandable. A compromise I suggest. We build him a cairn, one that is acceptable for him to be buried in. But if the full moon comes and we still wish to bring him back, then we have this discussion again when our minds are calm.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
that would be for the best.
I will be honest. No matter what time has passed, my stance will not change. Bringing him back with that crystal does not sit well with me. And I'm sorry if that upsets some of you, but dabbling with that kind of magic is never good.
He died to save us. If we have the ability to return the favor, to bring him back, to save him, should we not take that chance?
Would he still be him is the big question.
We
I
don't
just
know
want
until
him
we
to
try.
live.
No, we shouldn't take that chance.
I don't think
I
we
wouldn't
should be
have any
having
of
this
you take-
discussion now.
Let's just take the body. We have things we need to do. I think.
Can I ask a question? Because Zer is going to be completely absent from this conversation, but he's not going to be doing nothing. He's just curious. He's going to unroll the guild charter that Jason was actually the last to sign. And if the name is still there, because I know there was some deal of magic runes surrounding the charter, and he's just going to examine the name and brush a thumb over the ink. He's gonna remember that day that he signed. And that's all.
Another question. Are we still... Is this ambush still happening on our
know.
end or theirs? Because truth be told, I'd like to take a little bit of anger out on Lord.
Let me put forward what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if we don't do this ambush tonight, with the royal family dead, and the princess likely sold into slavery, that Lord Vagrant will be the king of Fortosum. And with that, we will never have another shot at him.
I agree.
He will get away with everything that he has done.
We need to go.
Yes, I agree. We need to go.
For now, let's just... My cart. Put Jason in the cart.
Soot will pick Jason up, in that style, and kind of solemnly walk down to the cart, which I think is actually kind of nearby, and place him in the cart, and cover him, I guess.
I may have something to cover him, and you'll see Finn look like he's concentrating for a second, take out his lyre, and as he starts to play, the notes will appear from his lyre and start to form a beautiful looking blanket that and he will do performance of creation, where he will create a blanket for him. It is kind of done in the style of his cloak and his hat. Has the same patterns and everything on it.
How long until the ambush?
What time is it right now, Corey? About
About 11 p.m.
if we trust my visions, about 1 hour.
I would say, with as late as it is, and as dark as it is now, with the fires pretty much arising to flicker light, there's a crowd around, but there's a lot of people collecting bodies and collecting people from the rubble, guards, people crying. You will notice that it is a full moon tonight.
We need to get on this ambush. I wish there was more time. I wish I could do everything. I wish I could help put these bodies to rest. I wish I could get word to the Temple of Demeter, but we need to go now. We don't have time. You can see Castor's looking at the moon, and he's shaken.
Corey, personal question.
Mhm.
Did anyone survive?
No one in the castle.
Okay.
Did we hear where the king was being kept? His chambers, or do we not know?
Let me check kingdoms, because if I'm not mistaken, for Tosum, the king had just currently passed, which is why they were trying to find...
Oh.
Yeah, so they were trying to find an heir for Uni Juni. So the whole reason, Uni Juni was kind of running away, the whole thing about, I'll choose who I want to marry, suitors and all that.
Oh, okay, that's okay. I just had it in my notes that he was on his deathbed, not actually passed.
Might have been behind doors kind of a thing, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
That could have been passed. Okay.
Sorry.
On their way to the ambush, Soot will kind of try to, put a hand on Martha's shoulder and then kind of actually move to, in a reaffirming, comforting way, try to hold her hand.
As she's walking, I'm assuming she's gonna stick close to Castor. And as she's walking, she says in Celestial, "The impossible has come true."
In Celestial?
Another member in Celestial. She says, "The impossible has come true. Another member of my family is dead." And then she walks off.
I mean, Castor will follow.
She doesn't say a word. She just keeps walking.
He will just notice that she doesn't want to say anything. He'll, what he always does to calm himself, take out a stick of his incense and he'll light it as he walks next to her.
She doesn't noticeably respond.
He'll put a hand
you
on her
guys,
shoulder, and then
as you were traveling, you're gonna. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I'll put a hand on her shoulder as they continue to walk to the ambush point.
Okay. Heading to the ambush point, you guys will pass a recognizable face. Wesley.
Where did you
Hello,
disappear to?
I had things to do.
You didn't think that after all I've been through, I could have used another person to, like, help out? Like, explain what happened?
Figured you were capable?
No, not really.
I'm sorry I had faith in you?
You should.
Why do you guys look so down?
We're quite literally a man down. And the
Where'd they run off to?
Elysium, wherever his eternal soul may run to. But
Oh,
yes,
dead.
yes, a dragon. We went to assist, and
So wait, you guys lost a dragon?
no, it honestly, if we could just kind of talk about this later, we have a little bit of a task ahead of us and a little bit of aggression to work out.
Are you talking about the slavers?
Yes.
I may have already had them arrested.
What?
Well, I knew where they went. I went to the guards, explained the situation, and they ambushed them early this morning.
Was the count amongst them?
Yeah, actually. They have him in holding for questioning.
What about the princess? Where is she?
Well, she was with them, but she's safe. Currently, she was at the main guards area near the eastern gate. I was coming back to tell the queen, but I guess that's not happening.
I'll be in the cart. And she just slams the door.
It's not unheard of, also, for you to be able to alter a vision. I'm sure you've done it at least once or twice.
If I may ask, were you present at the ambush?
No.
Do you
They
know where
have me stay at the guards. Yeah.
Oh, do you know where Lord Vagrant is being kept?
Prison. Probably in one of the guard towers. Why?
The guards were loyal to Count Vagrant, if I remember Marcia correctly.
Some of them may have been. Not all, but enough that I am worried about the legitimacy of this arrest.
You're
What do
free
we
to go
do?
in.
Do we stay in our ambush zone? Do we go to the guards?
Why not use that clairvoyance crystal to find out where they are?
Where
Where who are?
the slavers are? I assume they're...
Vagrant, the princess, either one.
We could use the clairvoyance crystal to go check in the prison, see what's happening.
Or we could go ourselves and see. We are with a guild. We have information to bring regarding this case.
We have information that's damning, and if they're loyal to him, that puts us in a spot of danger, doesn't it?
Quick question, Wesley. Did they happen to seize all their stuff? The slavers?
Yep. Well, I mean, I think 2 of the slavers got away, but everybody else was captured, and I think last time I checked, they were sending some guards out to collect people who may have been kind of ratted out by some of the other slavers as helpers of Lord Vagrant.
Which 2 got away?
Some large dude with chains and some little slimy guy.
Are those the exact 2 who I'm thinking they are? The ones who
Probably.
captured me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you could assume.
Yeah. You see Finn just like basically drop to the ground, like lay down and just spread eagle. He's like, he's done.
Finn,
Who did you lose?
Jason,
No.
he sacrificed himself.
Can I see him?
He's looking rough, and he's in the cart with Martha. I can bring you there, but you might have to incur her wrath.
I'll deal with it.
Castor will lead the way.
Y'all can just hear audible weeping from the cart, understandably.
There'll be a knock at the door.
Unless someone else is dead, please leave.
I come to pay my respects.
There's a moment of silence, and she just slowly cracks open, like, the door. Like, she's looking pretty rough. Like, boogers down the face, big old puffy eyes and cheeks. Go ahead.
He'll head over to Jason and kind of kneel, do a bit of whispering, and he will take the ring that he received earlier and then place it on Jason's finger. And he'll stand back up. I'm sorry.
It wasn't your fault, but thank you.
You know, he was... he's a weird one. But he was pretty cool.
Yeah. Spitting image of his father.
And he'll head out of the cart.
At this part, everybody's just standing around. Castor's gonna kind of like hang his head. He's gonna turn. He's gonna go walk back towards the rubble. And he's gonna go. If I'm assuming it's late and everybody's kind of done, he's gonna go help with the dead.
Okay.
Martha's going to want to pray in a bit, but
I would say
I
to the
do
rest
not like that smile. Corey.
Please.
Jesus.
Finn would say to the rest of the group, I don't know about y'all, but I would like to go to the prisons or at least see how the princess is doing.
I'd like to see if I can find a guard that is not loyal to Vagrant and turn this information over.
I would honestly say maybe it'd be better to turn it into the princess herself.
Fair. I was hoping there would be an authority higher to turn it into, but yes, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
I would prefer to stay with the cart if you all don't mind.
Not at all.
Thanks. And she sits down by a wheel and just kind of buries her head in her hands.
You can come in, dear.
I appreciate that. I kind of don't want to.
All right.
Zare, are you coming along with us, or are you staying with the cart?
I'm just going to go to the shops, the hot shops.
Fair enough. We'll meet back up at this cart at least by daybreak. If someone isn't back at daybreak, we'll kind of put out, assume the worst, and begin panic procedures. Is that to be understood?
Yes.
All right.
I will try not to get captured again.
We'll have to take 2 of us this time at least.
Yeah.
So we'll do the standard hand on the shoulder and kind of turn towards, I think Wesley said, the East Gate barracks. That would probably be the first place to check.
Yes.
And begin moving that way.
All right. Now, Martha, you said you wanted to pray.
She's got nothing else left to do.
3D100s. 83, 2, and a 71. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
You're going to feel heard. You'll feel a presence. We're going to cut to Castor. Your eyes are going to glow. And you're going to hear a voice.
Where am I at the moment?
In the middle of the rubble.
Of course. Okay.
Your wings will sprout.
In front of everybody.
In front of everyone.
Sorry.
Fuck you, Martha.
Trust me, she's already kicking herself plenty.
It's that TikTok I sent earlier where it was talking about the person's like, I'm the priest and God loves me, and now there's cults and demons after me. Oh shit. Okay. So eyes glow, wings sprout.
In this battle I have chosen who I have chosen. A gift shall be given. Do not squander it, for it is the last I can give. For now.
What?
Aye.
Castor's just gonna say what?
You'll know.
And it's a male voice.
Mm-hmm. You'll see in your mind kind of like floating white feathers.
Where am I to look?
Let passion and love guide you. I'm sure it will not be hard to... Not at all.
I'll try.
One last thing. Do not judge those whom have given their life for you.
I do not judge.
Let's hope you don't.
Ooh.
And your vision will go away. The 7 people around you will be staring.
Are my wings still out?
Oh yeah.
Have I mastered enough control to make them go away yet? Or do they last the full duration?
You can roll me an Arcana roll.
Because eventually I know that I can turn them on and off. Well, on and then off. But I figure since this is new to him, he doesn't...
God, this is like getting a boner in public, but a million times worse.
That's an 8, so probably not.
This doesn't usually happen, I swear.
Castor will see if he has any control of them.
Yeah.
So he will tuck them like behind himself, like almost like when a bird's just perched, so that they're less visible. They're not like outspread and stretched. And he'll start walking back to the cart. With his head down.
Back at the cart. Who else is in the cart?
Martha and a dead body.
I'm outside.
I was just about to leave.
Oh, leave the cart or leave near the cart to the... Wait, I'm trying to figure it out.
He was just about to leave to go to the hot shops. Close to class.
Well, since you are around the area, everybody in about 60 feet of the cart can hear this. The cloth will start to move.
Jason?
What
Oh, thank the gods.
does it taste like, Ash?
Martha's already grabbing him and just smothering him in motherly smooches and like, oh, my sweet baby boy.
Headache.
It's okay. It's okay. I've got you.
I think I soiled myself.
That's okay.
What happened?
You died.
Is this heaven?
Given I'm here, probably not.
I need a shower.
You need a lot of things. You take after him so much, You're both goddamn idiots.
Who?
I'd say, but I'm afraid you'll disappear on me again.
I'm gonna sleep now. And he'll pass back out.
And she'll just tuck him in a little Jason burrito.
Also, the blanket only lasts for 2 hours, so depending what time it is, it might just disappear. I forgot about that.
We'll see.
Does Callisto hear this?
You heard the sound.
Did I hear the waking up of Jason?
Maybe not Jason, but you might have heard Martha. Jason's really soft-spoken right now.
Okay, cool. I'm hearing Martha talk and kind of Callisto picks herself up very cautiously and looks in.
He's okay. He's okay.
He's alive?
I don't know how, but he is. Oh.
You're kidding. He's alive.
Seems my goddess hasn't left me fully yet.
Thank whatever god you worship.
Order Bjorn.
Oh.
I've told you multiple times, but it's okay. I don't care right now.
I know.
Oh, my sweet baby boy.
Forgive me. Is he still sick? Do we know?
She's going to hold up one of his arms and check it.
A bit dusty, hard to tell.
He's very dusty. I don't know, but I'm not leaving this cart. No. He's right here, and he's fine. And she's fussing with his hair, and poor guy's probably trying to sleep. She doesn't care. He's alive.
You see her face is still very red, but she just has this soft smile and says, "I'm so happy for you."
Castor, you'll return to the cart.
Zereth will actually catch Castor before they cross and go different ways. And Zereth will just look at him with a very sullen smile, with all the somberness that has just gone on, and not realizing what's going on in the cart. But he'll look at you with a soft, knowing smile, and he'll just say, with a little bit of a cocked eyebrow before heading off, "I know what you are."
What am I?
And he'll
And
just
you're actually gonna see a tear stream down Castor's face.
We can wait until morning.
What?
We're going to cut away from that scene for comedy's sake. And we're going to go to Soot.
Why, for comedy's sake? Sorry.
Because it's really funny how you're like Castor doesn't know what he is, and he wants to, and you're like, "I'll tell you in the morning, kid."
And he just goes, "What?"
What?
There's the comedy.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed.
No, it was still a beautiful scene, just followed with a hint of comedy.
Okay.
It was light on the comedy and heavy on the sadness.
Yeah. Trust me, it was a perfect scene.
Okay.
Soot, as you're walking towards the guards, your signet ring's going to glow.
Finn would be with him. He did go with him, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soot will look at the ring and just kind of be confused, even do the dog head tilt kind of thing.
The stone in your signet ring will kind of vibrate a little bit.
Soot will take the ring off and or you said the stone, is it removable?
No.
Okay, yes, and Soot will take the ring off and look at it closer.
A magical visage will kind of appear over the ring, kind of like you're seeing a hologram almost. But it's more faint and magical. Particles kind of shimmering over it. There's a very familiar man there. standing in a black cloak. Soot, if you're hearing this, the family has made a very, very bad mistake. We need you to come home. We need your help. I believe Soot is the name you're going by now. Please help. And then it'll go away. You personally will know that person as your father.
Is this obvious that Finn could have seen it, or is this like a magical thing that only I saw?
No offense, off.
Okay, so we'll kind of side-eye at Finn.
He'll
And
kind of
then,
give the like awkward smile, like he's like, I don't think I was supposed to see that.
No, I honestly didn't know this ring had that ability. Otherwise, I would have left it at home. When he says family, he means himself. And so it's like pressing their fingers like into their like kind of like the corners of their eyes, like the bridge of their nose kind of thing. Let's just see if the princess is alive. And then we can deal with this one. And so we'll just throw the ring in their bag. Like, not put it back on, just like throw it right back in their bag.
Okay.
It just seems like things just stack on, don't they?
Yes, they really do. You try to leave these situations behind you in life, and they find a way to catch up. And sooner or later, I will deal with these things, but I thought it would be on my terms, not on his.
You really do not like that guy. Who was he?
One of the worst people you'll ever meet. An absolutely despicable man who only considers himself above all others. And, least important, my father.
Oh. Oof.
Yes, it's all back to family drama. It always is. Like I said, if we could just discuss that later, before I teleport across reality and beat him to death. If we could just kind of move on. I am beyond livid right now.
It's like Finn's gonna grab his shoulders. He's just like, it's okay. Relax. We'll figure it out. Just calm down.
I'm very much trying. The only solution I could think of is literally to go to wherever he is and kill him. That is why I left, because my two solutions were to kill him or leave. Like I said, let's move on. The ring is gone. If that happens again, I'll just ignore it.
For the second time today, you'll hear a warning. More bells will ring at the guard's post in front of you.
Soot is pulling out their spear and shield and running forth and like being like, thank God that's a distraction, and just like running forward.
Then we'll follow.
You both will follow into the guard shack. Ashes will surround the floor. You'll see the cells empty. You'll see a few guards on coming down the corridor and to the right in a room with kind of like this little slide open. Inside, you'll see the princess and two other guards with a locked door. But you're screaming further into the actual guard shack.
Okay? Sorry. So it's like they're the two guards and the princess are in like a closet, essentially locked off with like a little door slot.
Think of it like a cell. They've basically locked themselves inside of a cell.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we can see that she is alive.
Yeah, she's alive and safe.
Okay. What's happening?
We don't know. This guy showed up and started turning people to ash.
Description of the guy.
Young, 16, 17, arm kind of corroding.
Okay, what happened with Vagrant? Where is he?
He's deeper in. Last
Okay.
cell, you're right.
Thank you. Soot will continue jogging. Finn, you can see she's okay. We'll talk to her later to make sure she's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go. We
Okay.
go.
Alright, Soot's jogging on ahead, running into the face of danger.
Do we all
Same.
hear these bells?
A
Like
little bit
Zereth
distant,
and-
but yeah.
I guess that would interrupt our conversation. And
Perfect timing.
Castor, yeah, perfect fucking timing indeed. Castor will start running.
Or flying.
The wings are only supposed to last a minute, but if you want to give me, I
Well, they
think
haven't
they're
seemed
already
to disappear yet.
me. All right, Castor will start flying.
We're going to do one more scene. And then we're going to end for the night. Soot, Finn, you guys will head further into this guard shack. You'll see a man on the side of the wall, sitting, watching his hands crumble to dust. All the way up to his elbows, his shoulder, his whole body, just... As you get to the last cell, perfect. You are just the kind of vessel I need. Oh, Lord Vagrant, I have been waiting for you for a very long time. As you guys round the corner, you'll see a rather young adventurer. Kind of blood all around his face, a little bit dried. Black gook kind of all over him. More like a visage than anything. And you'll see it bellow. And it'll go into a very scared Lord Vagrant's throat, taking him over. He'll kind of look to himself a bit. Looking at his hands, as Vagrant seems to have been possessed by this essence. Good. The only thing left is the crystal now. One thing finished. 6 more to go. Oh, who do we have here? He'll turn towards you.
I assume this mess, you appear to be some sort of fiend, and Soot will be saying that in Infernal.
Fiend. Sure, I guess.
If you're not a fiend, what are you?
I am the emptiness. I am the void. They call me Zolom. For now, I'll be taking Lord Vagrant until he also loses his purpose. Thank you for making sure he was so easy to obtain.
He'll be gone with a snap. I think that's a perfect place to end it for the night.
God.
God
Ah!
damn you!
This is
Ugh.
very.
I really
very,
thought Jason
very-
was dead, and I was
very bad.
crying like a baby.
I was
Huh.
also crying.
I was crying for a bit, not gonna lie. But it's funny. You all think it was your god. It's my dumbass god.
Hi, everybody. You guys know me. I'm Corey. I'm the Dungeon Master for Opportunity Roll. You heard me just a few seconds ago. You heard me during mid-roll, but I'm back again. Sorry. Anyway, I want to say thank you guys for coming back to episode 10. We had a lot of fun with this. There's a few questions kind of still going on, some things that we may touch on with some small cutscenes here in the next couple of episodes. Some behind-the-scenes thing from NPCs and other kinds of things that occurred during the same time as this episode. Just kind of sparse in a few kind of interesting details and other fun things that kind of flesh out some of the holes in the story. That being said, earlier I said something about doing a stream. The podcasts themselves are us, Opportunity Roll, are looking to open up a stream on Saturdays, Eastern Standard Time, at around noonish. We might end up changing that to Sunday at noon, depending upon who's available and what all we have. But in doing that, we're going to be streaming that on Twitch. We're also going to be looking for potential new members or anybody who might be looking to join us, maybe starting a career in podcasting or anything like that. So if you're interested, go ahead and send us an email. If you're not into the whole email feel, I'm always on Roll20. You would probably be able to find me through Titan Metal, which is what I go on online. And judging by that time, you'd also be able to find us on pretty much any of the listings with the way Roll20 works. If that interests you, feel free to check it out. If not, that's cool. We have a Patreon coming out so that the games that we will be streaming, all those games will go directly onto our Patreon. They will be up for about a week or two so that people who missed it will still be able to watch. But after it disappears from Twitch, it will be gone. We'll be doing things like Curse of Strahd, Tomb of Annihilation, Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. We might even do another custom game from Talalia or Incendium, my two worlds. I don't know. We're going to kind of go with the flow, enjoy the game, have fun, and just kind of really enjoy them. That being said, again, I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for listening through. We just hit 15K downloads not too long ago, and everybody has been so patient for each and every one of these episodes that have taken so long to get out. But as you can see with the special sound effects and everything that goes into editing, it's not an easy process. And with everything that's happened in life between my accident, my surgery, finding out me and my wife are pregnant, people getting married, people being out of town, holidays, it has just been a really, really busy time. And I do apologize. I have set alarms on my phone in attempts to be able to remind myself to edit even in increments throughout the week so that we get these episodes out on a weekly basis to let you guys enjoy this no matter what you're doing, and always look forward to them at the beginning of the week, at the end of the week, whenever you end up listening to it, whether you're at work or at home. So thank you guys for sticking around, and really we would be nothing without the listeners. So thank you. And remember, keep your opportunities open.